trying to sleep in more, but like my sleeping in is like 7:30, 8ish. Get out of bed, maybe 9 the latest, and then do all the shit I just said.
I mean, I don't know about the weekend. I'll be waking up mad early on the weekdays for work and shit. I don't know about the
Mm.
weekends though.
Nah, the weekends are yours.
Yeah, I think, but I try not to sleep too late.
Mm.
I want to say the
Mm.
latest, like 10 o'clock,
Nah,
the
fuck it.
latest. And
That's not.
even then, I
Yeah.
like you ever wake up mad and just be like, why did I sleep so much? What the fuck? I hate when that shit happens to me. I hate it so much.
Wait, all right. Did we do it yet? Do we have to? Are we?
Uh, Welcome to Two Husky Dudes. Fuck it, we're just chilling, bro.
Eh,
Yo, we just turn on the mics and just start talking, man. That's what it is.
I
You
love
just
that.
over
I
there
love this.
playing. You just over there playing guitar, chilling.
I'm working on my WAP cover.
Yo,
I
can we please talk about that? Like, what's going on? Why is everybody hating on that shit?
think people don't like it because it makes them uncomfortable. The
But
word
I mean,
pussy makes me kind of uncomfortable when I hear it in a non-sexual context, but the whole song is sexual, and that's kind of the point, right?
yeah, yeah. Like, it's not new. Like Lil Kim used to put out music like that all the time.
Dude, I'm
But
pretty sure like funk, like what was her name? Betty Davis. Like she was one of the first people to do it in like the 70s.
yeah,
Yeah, like she was wilding too. She was saying some wild shit that no one ever said. She was
I
a
just
pioneer.
I don't understand why people are getting they say they're uncomfortable with it. It's like it's a song.
Bro,
Like
CeeLo Green has
it's not like when I was 10 years old I wasn't rapping word for word the song Lollipop by Lil Wayne. It's the same shit. You know what I mean?
it's the same shit, but then it's also very funny to me that it's like, yo, CeeLo Green has a whole song about how he's just said like he's just saying fuck you to his ex on some
I
real
forgot about that song.
on a it's, essentially that's just harassment and verbal abuse, and everyone's like, oh, that's such a catch. No, he's literally berating his ex in a song, but
It's
God,
catchy.
God forbid two MCs rap about the drip coming from their vagina. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird how
I think it just makes
yeah.
people. I think it makes guys uncomfortable
But even
more
then,
than
I don't give a
anybody else.
fuck. It's a good song. There's some hoes in
I,
this house. I like it.
I don't even know if it's a good song. I wasn't a big
Oh,
fan of it. I'm not against it. Not like it wasn't like a lot of people don't like it because of the lyrics. I didn't vibe with it. I didn't like the song. But it's catchy. The tune is catchy. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Joel,
What's up?
just close your eyes, right? The world said coronavirus is gone, right? Summer
Uh-huh.
2021. What song do you want to play when you out?
I'm guessing that's the song that's gonna be everywhere
It is going to
next.
be everywhere,
Yeah.
whether you want it or not. It's been chosen.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's like when we went back, like when we were talking about the Big Pimpin' and Hot
Mm-hmm.
Girl Summer and shit. This is it. This is what it's gonna be.
Hot Girl Summer 2.
2.0. But yeah,
Oh, fuck.
I just didn't understand. That was like, I think Meg tweeted about people singing "Slob on the Knob." Like it's shit like that. It's like, how can this make you uncomfortable when there's a whole bunch of songs that just talk about it and parade it? But I guess, like I was talking to my sister about this. I think it's that they didn't like have like a innuendo about it. They just said, "Yo, wet ass pussy." Like that's
Put
it.
that
Like,
Big Mac truck in my. I love that fucking bar. Shout out to I think Partisan Fontaine wrote all of Cardi B's parts because he's credited as a writer,
oh, you
and that's
did?
very much the same flow she had on Bodak Yellow and a lot of the other songs he wrote for her, and some of his songs too. It's like his pocket.
Oh
So
shit.
if he wrote that, he might be one of the goats if he could write wet ass pussy.
Yo, I mean, my son making guap. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. But all the credits that he's getting, come
Can we
on.
talk about some? Have you seen this yet? Because I really want to talk about this today and
What's
how
up?
much I don't care about it, but I also want to bring it up to see what you think about it.
What's
You
up?
peeped how all the sci-hi the Prince reference tracks for Astroworld leaked,
No, I did not. I did
but
not.
like people are like surprised, but also like he's credited as a writer on multiple songs on the album, and then there's rumors that like he wrote every single word for most of the songs, including Sicko Mode, No Bystanders, Let's see. Kanye West
Oh,
apparently wrote Travis's whole verse for the one track with I think The Weeknd, produced by Tame Impala. That's a bop.
but you know what? Travis has never came out and he's not one of those guys that fights about saying, "Oh, this is my music." Like I wrote it. You know what I mean?
But like he never had to until now. You know what I'm like? Think about it.
True.
No one's ever said he was a top 10, top 5 lyricist. This isn't me hating. This is me legitimately saying
Yeah.
Travis Scott knows his lane. His lane isn't lyricism, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think he feels right now that this all leaked? But like, do you think he even gives a shit? Right?
I don't think so.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think he
so
gives a
either.
fuck. I don't think he gives a fuck.
He already made
People,
his millions.
yeah, and people are still gonna bop to his music. It's not
Bro,
like
he had a roller coaster at his shows. You really think he cares about being a top 5 MC before like
he's an entertainer. That's
yeah.
what he is. He's an entertainer. That's his shit.
And it's
But
not even
yeah,
made
I
like
guess so. People are tight about that.
but here's where it gets weird. People are tight or have the only good reason I've seen why his fans are upset is that Coffee Bean, the outro song, which is supposed to be like a personal song, not his. Sahai wrote the whole thing. And that's when I'm like, this is weird. You know?
Yeah.
Because this is like when we found out Partisan Fontaine wrote Violent Crimes off of Yay.
Yes.
And that's what's
Yeah.
it's weirdly similar where it's like the only like the one real song that's actually supposed to be about you personally you didn't even write, so then it's kind of like what was even the point of including
And saying that was like a personal song.
weird.
It's the whole ghostwriter thing to me is like not even ghostwriter because they get credited on the album.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't look for it. That's like the song "Still Dre." That that whole song was written by Jay-Z. The whole song, like chorus and everything, Snoop's part, Jay's part. But people are still shocked that shit like that happens, and it's like, yo, not everyone has the skill to create their own music, and even some people need help. Like like we talked about this, I think, like one of our episodes
Mm-hmm.
before about Kanye, about him not writing.
A lot of his
Was
shit.
it Jesus Walks?
The Jesus Walks, it was there's rumors that
Yeah,
he didn't right.
there's a lot of shit that he hasn't written, but then also it's like, okay, was it 100% not him? Was it him just getting help filling in gaps? You know what I mean?
And this is why I think Travis Scott is Kanye's perfect prodigy because he understands how art is collaborative. And then it's
Yes.
one of those things where it's like he's bringing all these people together. Funny enough, he put the shit together. He's the glue. And then it's kind of like, would the song be the same song without Travis Scott? And then it's kind of like maybe not.
He
And then
has
it's
that voice. His voice gives that vibe
yeah.
off. Certain
And
people, that's like Beyonce. She has like each song has 7 writers. You know what I
wait,
mean? Like
I'm not putting Travis Scott in the same category as Beyonce. I'm
no,
sorry.
no, I'm not trying to put him in the same
I get
category, but like the situation, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the pop songs have a bunch of writers. So what's the difference with rap? If they unless they claim this is my music, you know what I mean? Like some people claim, yo, I write all my stuff, and then if we find out you don't, then it's like, yo, what the fuck is that about? You know what I mean?
mm,
I don't
I think
know.
I think the biggest takeaway from this is that no one really cares about this. And I don't see that as an issue. But if I were Travis Scott, I would be very offended if no one else was upset about me not writing my all of my. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
as an artist, I would just feel a way. Like yo, like y'all really don't like this is the expectation. Like it's this low. Like y'all not mad about it. You know what I mean?
but like I just found out now when you told me it, I'm not surprised to be honest. Like
Fuck.
you know what I mean? Like I'm just not surprised. He's not a lyricism guy. You know what I mean? Like that's
He's
not
not a
his.
lyricist. No, that's not
Yeah,
his
that's
lane.
not his focal point. Now, if you told me somebody like, yo, Nas and Jay Z, they didn't write their own shit, I'm gonna feel some type of way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me, yo, Tupac and Biggie didn't write their own shit, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? This whole
What
time I've just been being lied to.
What if somebody did write for Tupac?
I mean, shout out to them, whoever did that shit. Well, that was like when Nas was saying that Jay-Z was stealing Biggie's raps.
I mean, Nas said a lot of shit, and this is a perfect segue. Have you heard Ultra Black?
Yeah. How you feel about it?
It feels well. It feels like it's like 2 months too late. First off, and it feels like he's just, you know what I mean. It feels like it's a reactive song.
Yeah.
But then also, it feels like a not okay. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and you know that I don't dislike Nas. I just have a Jay-Z preference. But
Yes.
this might come off as me as a hater. This isn't me hating. It feels like it's a lesser version of the Black song by Buddy featuring ASAP Ferg.
I can see how. Yeah, I can see that.
It's a different flow, but then it's like Nas's interpretation of that song in terms of like black things, black. And I like the flow on. I like the flow on Ultra Black more. It just again, it feels like would this song exist if not for the last 2-3 months in America? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, what would that song sound like without all the protest and the random Doja
I
Cat diss? Like
Yeah, you
Nas,
peeped that, right?
like Nas dissing Doja Cat would be like Jay-Z dissing Azalea Banks. You know what I
Time
mean?
out.
Like,
Can we just talk about how all her fans came to like defend her?
yeah, she still has a lot of fans, bro. People don't get canceled. No
It's been
one gets
happening a lot more now that a lot of people aren't getting canceled.
cancel culture is on its way out, and I think the new culture hasn't revealed itself yet.
I love that cancel culture is on its way out because I hated that shit. It's the worst.
I thought it was productive until it got less
Until it
about
got to like everybody, oh, we're canceling them. Oh, we're canceling them. That's it, you're canceled. When it became just you fuck up once or something comes out about you and you're canceled, it was like, okay, take it easy. Now you're just trying to cancel everybody.
I think well that's what happens. Like think about it. When you don't have a voice and you don't have a reason to live, the thing that gives you meaning is
You don't have a reason to
when
live.
you don't have anything to wake up for, deadass, what keeps you going? And it's when you align yourself with certain ideologies and shit. And that's what cancel culture became. A lot of these people were like, huh, I can make a difference by bringing down this one person who I deem irresponsible because they said nigger on Twitter 10 years ago. And it's like, true, you probably shouldn't say nigger. You probably shouldn't say faggot. You shouldn't say any bad word unless
You shouldn't say a lot of things, but guess what?
people do it.
Happens.
Your parents usually say it in front of you first. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna cancel your parents.
Yeah,
You could, I mean, like, people want to, and it's like, cool, go move out.
yeah, do your thing. Try your best to cancel your parents. But let me ask you about that. Like every time somebody pops off, everybody goes quickly to try and find something wrong that has happened to them. Like find a fuck up that has happened, or like you said, like a tweet that they have made that just kind of tarnishes their name.
Well, yeah, it's because hip hop's old enough. Specifically, we can just keep it in hip hop because we could do that, but also like just famous people and shit. Like what
or
I
even like radio personality, like Charlamagne the God, they always try and bring him down with shit. But he's like upfront about shit. Like he's like, I've talked about that before. Like, don't try and bring that shit up again.
It's one of those things where it's like, or it's like with the Kevin Hart with the Barbie house. He's like, if my son ever wanted to play with the Barbie house, I'm breaking the house over his head. Like, and like,
I love
that's what he tweeted that. And then it was one of those things where it's like, first off, he wouldn't literally do it. Second off, he's a comedian. Comedians can say
yes.
Like comedians are allowed to say wild shit like this because it's never serious unless it's like self-harming shit, you know? And it's like, and even then it's like that shit's still hilarious. Suicide.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
but have you noticed that like the more we've not let comedians and like people who are supposed to say wild funny shit get away with saying wild funny shit, the more fucked we've all gotten as a collective.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's just one of those things where it's like, let these people do what they do best, and it's making light of a very dark situation. And yeah, get the fucks who are taking advantage of said situations, like a Weinstein or a Bill Cosby, put them motherfuckers in jail. No one's saying not to put them in jail.
Yeah.
It's weird. And then I think to go back to like the people who don't have anything worth living for, it's like when you give them something like, oh, I can just look up somebody's old tweet and then they're out of here, and I did that. that gives you some sort of weird validation and thinking you like did something good. And good for you for feeling that, but then it's like, what is that it? Is that your life's legacy? Just getting Doja Cat canceled because she said some dumb shit on Twitter? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Also,
If you can cancel everybody that said dumb shit on Twitter, I think everybody's gonna get canceled.
everybody gets canceled.
Yeah,
And
everybody's gonna
this,
get canceled down the line. I can't tell you how many dumb shit I've said on Twitter.
bro, I'm still saying dumb shit on Twitter now.
I've
No
done it.
one cares
I don't
except
even
for the.
remember when I signed up for Twitter. I was speaking reckless. I don't give a fuck. Like,
It's just, and then why Nas, right?
yeah.
Like, it's,
Why
and
is
then
that?
it's just weird. And then it's one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna put my no name hat on, where it's like, yo, like, you were real quiet. And the first time we hear about you, not only are you not trying to like raise money for charity, nope, it's an album rollout, and you're dissing Doja Cat when we need black heroes the most. That's all I'm gonna say about that. How you feel about it?
I didn't mind the line. It was like it is
Oh,
what it is.
and how do you feel about the song? I liked it. I don't think I'm a.
I like the song. I didn't think it was a
Mhm.
bad song. I think it was dope. I think it gave us a taste of what the album might look like,
Mhm.
and I fuck with it. Now is Hit Boy only producing or is he rapping also on the album? Do you know that?
I'm not sure. I hope he. I want him.
I want some bars from him.
I want him to rap on at least 3 or 4 of them, but I don't even know how long it's gonna be. Because remember when we thought Nasir was gonna be like a full album, and that shit was what 7, 6 songs? No, 8.
7, I think. I think Kanye was doing the 7 songs, right? Or 8.
I think it was 7, and then no, I think it is 7.
Yeah, it was. That was the worst. But it wasn't a bad album. I like the album. A lot of people like to trash on the album, but I fucked with it. Cop Shot the Kid. That's a fucking dope ass song. Come on. The one that I'm waiting that he still hasn't released is the album with Khaled. What
That album's been done since what 2015. Not
Nas
even not
album
even
done.
joking.
Nas album done. It was on Khaled's
Major
album.
Key. Which one?
Yeah,
Major Key or the one before that? Suffering from Success.
I
Let's get yo.
think.
Damn, this is when we need
Hold
Justin on
up.
the computer again. Fuck, bro.
Facts. We gotta get him. We gotta get him back. Hold up. Let me
Mm.
find it now. This was on Major Key 2016.
2016. Excuse me.
Yeah, Nas album done. Where the fuck is the album, Nas? Are you just gonna hide that shit? That was what was supposed to come out before Nasir, and then Kanye got a hold of him and fucking made that album, which I wasn't mad at. Those albums weren't bad. That summer that he came out with all those albums.
It's funny because you say that, and now that I think about it, I think we can both agree. Actually, no. I can say what my favorite album was, and that was Keep That Same Energy. That was a smooth, slow burn. Like you got a full project, I feel like, out of that one.
I feel you. Yeah.
And then also it's just again New York bias. I love the Wu Tang remix that they did for fucking damn, what's that song called? It was just like it's just there's like a vibe with that one album specifically that's just very, very, very good.
I feel
And
you.
then
Yeah.
Daytona just had wild energy behind it, and I still don't know
Yeah,
how to feel about it.
that one was all over the place, but I fucked with it.
I fucked with it because it's just pure chaotic energy until like the very last second of the album, where it's like, oh, and then here's the Drake shot, all right, and then and then what the fuck that shit caused was like, wow,
That
I'm
whole Drake beef with Pusha, that is that even still going on? Like,
yeah, it's more subtle.
it's
Oh,
more
we can talk
subtle now.
about that soon. Actually,
Did you
fuck it,
see?
let's segue.
Yeah, fuck it. You saw Drake put out that new song?
I saw the video. It's very funny. It's exactly
Yes.
what I think we needed. Like Drake's smarter than we give him credit. Like that was the perfect single to pick because it's not. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's just him in his bag
He's an
making.
entertainer, bro. He's an entertainer.
He knows what he's fucking doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, I think he put that. I think he put Little Dirk on the song on purpose to try to get the hood behind that song. And then I think the next song is gonna be, if not some pop shit like "Watch Out, We're Going Home." I think we're gonna see like some R&B shit again.
You think so?
Because this is the perfect like hood song where it's like, fuck it, laugh now, cry later. Like we on now, we on net. Like that's what I mean. And then somebody like Lil Durk, streets love him, by the way, because he just
Yeah.
gives them songs and shit. That was like a calculated, like, who can I get on this song? You know what I mean?
I feel you, and I feel that was a smart move on Drake's part because you gotta know your audience, and if you know you're not gonna get that certain audience with your music, you gotta reach out and collaborate. Again, collaborating with your artist.
You want to hear what Drake's done probably since his mixtapes dropped?
What's up?
He dropped a freestyle with a British UK rapper's song, I think, Heady One. He dropped another freestyle where he's rapping in not is it Arabic or Swahili? He's rapping in
I
the
think it's
middle.
the Arabic.
It was Arabic. I
Yeah,
forgot what song that was though. There was another song that he's on. Oh, he's on 2 songs of Popcorn's new mixtape.
really.
Yeah. And
I
then
haven't
there's
heard those.
another I don't really know I don't care what the other example is, but all that you need to realize is
Pop
Drake is
star,
pop star
right?
in Greece, right?
Greece, yeah, yeah.
Rockstar, yeah. Yo, Drake in that 1 week month span, he's rapped in 3 to 4 different languages and then not like Drake is slowly taking over multiple markets of rap, and no one is like trying, like, you know what I mean? Like no
He's
one else is
everywhere.
doing that. Like he's literally becoming ubiquitous with rap in every single region of the world right before our eyes, and that's crazy.
He is the top rapper in the game right now. Not lyrically, but in the content that he puts out, he is the top guy right now.
And not even that. It's like there's rumors that he's like independent now. I don't know how true that is.
Yo, yeah, I peeped that too. I peeped that too. But like he's everywhere. He's doing, and he's even now just like featured on shit. He's doing the Wayne shit. You remember when Wayne was just on the radio, featured in every fucking song?
Bro, what if that's just the key? You just have to be. I think that's what Lil Baby's trying to do too. I think I think that's one of the keys to being one of the greats. If
Being
you
the
can
feature
just,
guy?
if you can be the guy to be on, like, imagine Popstar comes on, then one of the songs from the Popcorn mixtape on like Hot 97, right? That
Yeah.
has Drake on it. Then you have one old Drake song or another old song that features Drake. You could realistically, you could have a whole 30 to 40 minutes just driving, only listening to Drake.
Yeah.
It's crazy. How did he do that?
No, I'm telling you, that's the key, bro. Because when we were growing up, the big thing was Wayne and T-Pain on features. They were on every fucking song. It was like, all right, who can I put on this song? T-Pain, fuck it. And then for a little bit, it was in pop music, it was Pitbull. Pitbull was fucking everywhere on every fucking song.
Fact.
And that's
I think that's Flowrider.
Flowrider too, yeah. Yo, time out. Can we talk about that too? Like how you said about Hot 97? Imagine the guy who was on stage in MSG said, yo, fuck Hot 97, is the most popping guy in the game, and you have no choice but to play his music.
Is that what Drake said?
Yeah, you don't remember that when he said fuck Hot 97?
No.
You don't remember that? Yeah, it was when he was beefing with Rosenberg and Ebro.
Bro, that's crazy.
Hold on, I got you right now.
No, are you sure it wasn't with Flex? Because I feel like that would have made more sense.
No, because it was Flex was in there too, but they were all beefing with him. And I think he just got up there and said, fuck Hot 97. Yeah, it was 2016 that everybody was talking. It was the
because
Summer 16.
Summer 16.
Yeah, he got on this thing and he said, fuck Hot 97, fire Funk Flex, and I'll do your show.
That's funny.
And he freestyled on stage, and that was part of the freestyle. What a fucking guy.
I still think about his Funk Flex freestyle when he pulled out his BlackBerry. Like, the fact that he survived that let me know that, oh, he's going to be huge. Like, if this didn't ruin his career, nothing will. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That shit is one of the most embarrassing videos I've ever seen of anything.
Hold up, let me just take out my phone real quick. I got you real quick with this freestyle.
Why did he think that would be okay? Because I've never seen someone freestyle with a phone before that. You know what I mean? Like, do you think Funk Flex just like was like, oh no, you good, like just do it, and then he was like, psych, like we're gonna embarrass, like try, like
we're gonna try and embarrass you. But you know what's crazy? That shit happened, and he's still the biggest in the
He's
game
he
right
still
now.
debuted at #1 after that, bro.
Yeah. Yo, bro, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just like we're talking about
Cancel
all
culture,
the.
the cancel culture.
Nobody cares about who writes your shit. Nobody cares if you wrote it. I'm not even mad at that. Like, if you write it beforehand, just don't call it a freestyle. Because a freestyle is when you sit down
When you're just saying it.
off the dome.
Yeah, that's hard. I tried to do that with more songs, and I'm just like, nope, this isn't fun because I'm literally getting frustrated.
Yo, I can only imagine to fucking freestyle.
How the fuck?
Holy
Like,
shit.
I still don't believe Jay-Z doesn't write things down. He says it, and I'm thinking either that's some inside joke that he just says to like sound cool, but
Cameron recently did a interview, and he said for the song "Welcome to New York," Jay-Z came into the studio. They chilled a little bit. He jumped
move.
into the booth, freestyled his verse, and dipped.
Apparently, like I believe that, and maybe he honest. I don't like. Maybe he like. Does he not write verses, but he just writes all the time? Like, how do you always
I
have?
don't know.
That's
I have no
creepy.
idea.
I
But
always like. Do you remember Fade to Black? About the
yes,
Black Album, the movie, and
yeah.
then like the one scene where it's like Rick Rubin and somebody else saying like, "Yo, like he just goes in, here's the line, fixes it." Like he didn't write any of those words down,
I don't know how he does that shit. I don't know
bro.
how he
He
does that shit.
didn't write down PSA. CEO
God.
of the ROC. Like, how do you come up with shit like that without seeing the words? Maybe like
Yeah,
he,
it's fucking insane the way
bro,
he
he
does
might
his
be on
shit.
the spec. He might be like on some like Goodwill Hunting type shit, but like for raps. And I think that about Eminem. Like I think that about a lot of people who are considered a great, and I legitimately think like Eminem.
Yeah, I heard that was about to come out of your mouth. Yeah,
Eminem.
yeah.
I think he's one of the greats, and I'll say it.
I think so too, but
I
I
don't think
just
he's the
think
greatest. He's
I
nowhere near
think
the greatest.
I think he's tarnishing his career right now
How?
with the shit that he's putting out. It's flip floppy. It's not like 100%. You know what I mean? Like there was a time that every song that came out from Eminem was fucking heat, and now it's like picking and choosing. You know what I mean? There's a time that some people just have to be like, "Yo, hang it up." We talked about this. What album was it that just like total like he just tried to be too trendy with it? Um, the one that he was trying like he was attacking politics and shit. I forgot what it was called. That he had to put
Revive.
out. That he had to put out an album right after it to redeem himself.
So there was the one that was like white boy, you're a rock star, and I get what he was trying to do, but that was the one where we just like we did not like that one. We
Hold
were
up, hold on.
clowning that shit.
I'm looking up that shit right now because I need to know the
Is
name
it
of this
called
album.
Revival?
Revival. Yeah. Because
Revival
then he
was
came out with Kamikaze after. Kamikaze was the one that was
the
all right.
reaction.
Yeah. But Revival, wow. That shit
No, because
was
even then, Kamikaze wasn't even that good. Is it?
it
Yeah.
wasn't great. But guess what? It was better than Revival and all the fans just let it be. They were like, "All right, at least we got something better than Revival."
Remember when he called Tyler a faggot on Kamikaze?
Yep.
Why did he do that?
Trying to stay relevant, I think.
But like,
To be honest, that's what I think it was.
and the
I
weird
think he
part
was
is that like Tyler had like constructive criticism about the album, and then he's like, "Oh no, fuck you too." And then it's kind of like, if you're not gonna listen to critics, and you're not gonna listen to your fans, and you're not gonna listen to like people who grew up listening to you and admire you, i.e., your fucking basically your mentees, because he brought Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt on tour in Europe in like 2012 or 2013, maybe 2014, I forgot what year, but it was just like when Odd Future was opening for him. Why would you do that, right? Like, how does that
yeah.
help you burning all these bridges? Because now
Yo,
Tyler the Creator, low key, is becoming bigger than an Eminem.
yeah. I think he's getting there, yeah.
He's close. He's
Well,
close.
that's like yo, Revival was so bad. Even people that were signed to Shady was talking. You remember Joe Budden did a whole rant on it, talking shit about it. Cause even when it had no songs come out yet, but they dropped the track list. And even if you look at the track list, like Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Ed Sheeran, that's not Eminem. Skylar Grey, Kalani, Pink. You know what I mean? Like Just looking at the track list, you know, yo, this is like.
Was that the no? What album? So it wasn't Kamikaze. I think it was Music to Be Murdered By. That's the one that has the song about like the guy who shoot like the shooter. Like he's rapping from the perspective of a shooter.
I think so.
Why was that on Music to Be Murdered By and not Revival?
Because he
Right?
probably didn't make it yet.
He didn't make it yet, but think about it. The album's called Music to Be Murdered By, and he's rapping in the point of view of a shooter,
Yeah.
of a mass shooter.
Yeah.
Do you like? Did no one think, maybe we shouldn't put the song about mass shootings on the album called Music to Be Murdered By? Like, that's just bad marketing. The more I like.
Wait, were you sure it was on the album?
I'm gonna look it up. But like, there's like one album that he released within the last 5 years that I want to say was Music to Be Murdered By.
I think that was the best one he's had. That was the one with Juice WRLD and
Godzilla, right?
Yeah, and then he had that song with Royce and Black Thought. That one was lit.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is what I think the album should have been. Is it Darkness I'm thinking of? Darkness is a song, blah, 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 Wikipedia. Content. The track channels the perspective of Stephen Paddock, who killed 58 people. Oh, the Las Vegas shooter. Yep. Yeah. Why? Again, why? First off, the song that was released before this as a single was Homicide. And that was Logic's featuring Eminem. So is Eminem trying to like warn us about some shit that he's about to do? Like, what's good with him?
He's always been out there. You know that. He's always just talking reckless shit.
But has he though? Think about the rap.
You don't remember the shit that the song Kim that he dropped about fucking tying up his then ex-wife? Yeah.
But like,
and fucking putting her in the trunk and killing her and shit. And then going back to the kid in the crib and consoling it from crying.
Bro, like,
you gonna tell me that shit wasn't dark?
It's all dark, but then when you think about it, it's like, why does he keep writing these songs if he's not about it? You know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah,
he knows not to do that, and yet he's writing the song about. You know what I mean? Like,
it's all like his alter ego, what he wants to do, what he would
love
to fucking do.
And then he's like, but like, does he not understand that like people actively do the shit he raps sometimes? And is like, it's one of those things where it's like, yo, like words have meaning.
But I think that's what he did the song with Stan, the Stan song.
Yeah,
that he kind of figured it out that like niggas was acting reckless and was blaming him for his songs like being too graphic and shit. And he was like, chill. I don't even do that shit. It's just it fucking rhymed, so I said it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Eminem is just a different story. But yeah, he is one of the best. I'm never gonna take that away from him. But right now, I just feel like he's tarnishing his name with the songs that he's been putting out lately. But how do you feel about that? Like people that aren't about shit, like a 6ix9ine that will rap about guns and shit, but you know for a fact, yo, he's not about that life.
Well, Daniel Hernandez is not about that life at all. And I think we've seen that. And it's just one of those things where it's kind of like nobody cares, which is why no one's done anything about it, which is why he's out here in Bushwick shooting music videos now and shit.
And he's out walking around LA chilling.
He's not about to go to Chicago, though. I know for a fact he's never going back to Chicago ever again.
I would love to see a video of him in Chicago. I would love to see it.
That's the last thing we need. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like, Eminem's not about that life. 6ix9ine, we know for a fact now, was never about that life.
Yeah.
Why rap about it, right?
Because I guess they know that's what's, like, 6ix9ine knew, yo, that's what's gonna pop. That's what's gonna get my music out there. If I talk all this reckless shit, people are gonna want to listen. People are gonna wish that they were about that life too, because that's who listens to him. People who wish they could do shit like that. So he's actually targeting people like him that aren't about that life but would love to be about that life. And I think he knows that, and that's why he knew when he got out of jail he was gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna be fine. Because he's still making music. He's still on the charts. It's fucking nuts.
It's fucking nuts also after the fact that they legitimately tried to kidnap his mom. Allegedly. The thing is too is like I don't know what's true about him anymore because remember when like we thought his dad was dead and that his dad was murdered when he was in middle school, and the motherfucker just showed up to court. Like, what is his like? Who is Daniel Hernandez? Who is Travis Scott? Who are these rappers just saying words that aren't even theirs?
Giving us fake stories and shit. This song is very personal to me. It wasn't even written by you, homie.
Who the fuck are these people, bro? I'm not about to listen to rap ever again.
Nah, chill. You know what I've been doing lately? I've been listening to a lot of old shit, like, cause my guy Nas. Totally forgot he had a song that was in, like in a view of a gun. Totally forgot about that.
That's actually very creative.
Yeah, you've heard the song, right? I Gave You Power. Totally forgot about it till the other day. It came up on my shuffle and I said, "Oh shit." Totally forgot about this fucking song. And I've been listening
to a lot. What album was it on? It was written. No, not it was written.
I'll tell you right now because I just had it.
Godson? No.
It was written. Yeah, it was written.
It was written.
Yeah. I Gave You Power. Come on. I don't. Because I was arguing with my cousin about this. Nas is up there. I don't care what anybody says. I think Nas is top 5. My man rapped about a few, like, as a gun. My son rapped the whole song backwards, which that shit was creative. That's shit's fucking creative. And kind of made Jay-Z kind of shuffle on his feet a little bit.
Yeah, he's the only. Yeah, he made him bleed.
Yeah.
What happens when you
and
make
I
a
still
god
think,
bleed? Right?
And I still think, of course, we've talked about this. I take Nas over Jay-Z. Not that I have anything against Jay-Z. I'm just Nas is my guy.
That's a
not
good
gonna
argument.
not gonna say Jay-Z makes bad music. I'm gonna just say Nas. I think Nas is better lyrically, and Jay-Z has more of the hits.
Yeah, and like the thing is, it's like you can make. There's always the good argument because my go-to argument with Jay-Z over Nas is that Jay-Z's gonna have the lasting legacy.
Oh, but of course, like if you look outside of music, Jay-Z has done way more. Jay-Z has Rock Nation. Come on, he's
Rock-aware.
He's giving money back to the community. He's helping people out.
He's on some doing Bruce Wayne shit.
Yeah, so like of course he's gonna have the lasting legacy. But like,
yeah, who you think sold crack better though?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, what if like they didn't even sell crack, bro? Like, what if like that was just like
cap? It's the 6ix9ine shit.
Yeah, like they just said it.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Nah, let's not think about that. Let's not
get them canceled. But no, whoever doesn't think Nas is top 5 is a fucking bozo. First off, Nas there's no argument against that. You know what I mean? Like, what would you say to say he's not in the top 5? Unless you had a very solid top 5 and he just was 6 man off the bench.
I don't even know who you would put out. Trying to think. Wait, you know what? Let's do this right now in your mind. Like of course, it's gonna change all the time. What is your top 5 at this moment as you're sitting down talking?
Dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive.
Jay-Z, Kanye West. Fuck it, Drake.
Yeah, Drake's not a bad choice.
RZA. And then for the 5th slot, it's gonna have to be. Fuck. This is harder than I thought, but it's gonna probably. You're gonna think this.
It's always gonna be tough doing the top 5s.
My top 5 as of right now would probably it has to be Ghostface.
Ghostface.
So yeah, Jay-Z. Yeah, I said Jay, and like even then, that's my personal. So that's me being,
and that's right now in this moment. Your top 5 is always gonna change.
If I had to make an objective shit, I would have to do research, but it would easily just off the top. My top 5 would probably be Jay-Z, Dre, Nas, Kanye. Oh fuck, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Again, it would have to be Drake because of what he's done in this short amount of less than 2 decades.
Yeah.
Drake would be 4, so it'd be Jay-Z, Dre, Kanye, Drake, and then the 5th slot would have to be what's his name? Fuck, what's his name?
Ghostface.
No, not even. He wouldn't be in my top 5 if I had to make like an objective list.
Okay.
It would have to be. I would put RZA over Ghostface just because it wasn't. Because for me, top
Yeah,
five
RZA.
is like, would Ghostface be Ghostface without RZA? You know what I mean? That's how I envision that, because it's like he was the guy who said we're all gonna rap together after we all got shitty deals,
Yeah.
and then the RZA made a lot of those beats. And then it's funny because a lot of my favorite Ghostface songs, the RZA didn't even produce some of them. Like fucking like Nutmeg wasn't RZA.
Really?
Yeah, it was some other. Oh fuck, I always forget his. I think it's like Black Mozart or some shit. But like, I think if the Ghostface is only Ghostface because of what RZA did with Wu Tang, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I put Jay-Z above like a Beanie Siegel, because without Jay-Z there is no Beanie Siegel.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Even though I can respect and I acknowledge that Beanie Siegel is a very good rapper and MC on top of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah,
I'm telling you,
Dre.
the top 5 is always tough. It's always tough.
And then even then, Dre, I wouldn't even really. I would put him at 6 man because Jay-Z wrote Still Dre.
Yo, when I heard that, I was like, "Whoa, what?" And then
Yeah.
there's even an interview about it that Dre's just like, "Yeah, I asked him to write it. He wrote it. He wrote the whole song like in an hour and a half or some shit like that." I was like, "Yo, this shit's
That's
fucking nuts."
crazy.
I said, "Even Snoop's parts? That's crazy."
I mean,
I'm trying
after
to
I found
think.
like, who would your top 5 be, subjective and objectively speaking? Because this is a good like, I might make another. Like, I might have to sit down and make like like an actual list. Now that I
Right
think about
now,
it.
my top 5. Um, Thinking about it, I would, of course, Nas, Pun, Big L, Rakim, and it's a toss up because Drake is Drake has just been that guy. So I might have to put Drake in there. I might have to put Drake as my 5th one. But lyrically, my 5th one would be Cool G Rap.
Ooh,
And he influenced all those fast rappers like the Eminems. You know what I mean? So like,
that's a
yeah, that would be my
fact.
top
Fuck,
5. Yeah, that would be my
that's a
5.
good. That was a good call.
Yeah, he's the one that a lot of people forget about. Even I be forgetting about him sometimes, and I gotta, humble myself and be like, yeah, my son was out there spitting it, crazy, and that's like a big L too. Like a lot of people don't put him on the top 5 because he has so little music,
And
but what he
Rakim too.
has is
Yeah.
just like him and Pun. Like a lot of people don't put them because of they don't have a lot, like
They
a
don't
big
have the
catalog.
catalog. They never
Yeah,
got the moment to be the feature guy.
yeah, but with the catalog that they have, I would put them top 5, like with what
Really.
they have. And then also it's like the what ifs, I always say lean back. If Pun was alive, Fat Joe would never touch that beat. That beat would be Big Pun's. Fat Joe would not be
Really.
near it. I think if Pun was alive, he would, because I think Fat Joe really blew up. Like he was already big, but I think he started blowing up more when he started doing a lot of the R&B features. But
Mm.
if you look at it, Pun was really starting out the R&B features, and Fat Joe just kept doing it. Because Pun passed away.
And then it's back to our theory where it's like you just have to be the guy who everybody wants on their song, and then that's how you get on radio, and then that's how you start to really fucking play the game.
Exactly.
It's crazy that like it might be that simple, but also it's like
Like you think, like
it's
all these
weird.
songs that Jay Z has popped off on, like all these songs like Big Pimpin' and stuff. If Big was alive, do you think those beats would still go to Jay Z? Do you think all these songs that Diddy made after Big died, all that like the Bling era, do you think those would still be Diddy songs?
Yes, and
You think so?
Here's why. It's not a matter of whether or not those beats would have gone to Biggie first. They would have gone to whoever had the most money at the time. So Jay-Z and Rockefeller was doing a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
Same thing with Bad Boy, right? And if anything, if I were Diddy, I would say, oh, you're gonna rap on all of these Bad Boy beats first, and then you could go work with Premier. You can go work
Yeah,
with Green Lantern. You can go work. You know what I mean? Like
I feel you.
then you go out, and then it's just one of those things where it's like, think about Drake, right? Like Drake works a lot with 40, Boy Wonder. He came up with them essentially, right?
Yeah,
But now he's working with Oz. He's working with Cardo Got Wings again on Laugh Now, Cry Later, because Cardo and his homies also did God's Plan. So if anything,
yeah,
it's almost the same exact rollout as Happy Rap Song, not really rapping, but not really singing.
I
And
feel
then
you. I
you know
feel
what
you.
I
Yeah,
mean? And then he
yeah.
follows it up with like other hard rap shit or soft R&B, radio friendly shit. And it's just one of those things where it's like when the rapper gets so big that people just want to throw beats at them, that's when you can be more of a tastemaker and like you don't have to chase the sound. The sound is literally chasing you,
Well,
if that makes
that's how I
sense.
feel about the big shit because like all these beats were getting made because Jay Z was popping. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, like not to take anything away from him. I don't know how, because of course he would have blew up because it's Jay Z. Just his rhymes alone gives him that edge. But
Mm-hmm.
like, you don't think my son Big people will be throwing beats at him?
Well, when you think about modern, right? Juice World had emo trap on lock, right?
Yeah,
It feels like when him and XXX died, it feels like that sound went with them, and Little People's like one of the last mainstream guys, maybe even not even mainstream yet. But like when
yeah,
you think about it, it's like, did the sound of like old dusty drum boom bap die with Biggie? And I must say no, which means it kind of proves your point in that like Jay-Z was there to get those beats,
yeah,
right? And he kind of kept the sound going. So it's, for me, it's not that Jay-Z got the beats that would have went to big, is that Jay-Z kept that subgenre of rap going
yeah, yeah. He kept
until
it
he
alive.
switched it up with Big Pimpin', and then he kind of switched to more jiggy fly shit. And it wasn't even jiggy shit; it was just his interpretation of that, which was just fly shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Because it was, I would say more jiggy shit was the Diddy era when they came out and they were
With
like in all
Mace
the
and the shiny suits and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That was more of like the jiggy era, and then I think Jay Z was the one with like it was just fly shit. Like
like because jiggy, I don't know if you do this, but jiggy is a very Harlem thing to me.
yeah,
Like ASAP Rocky, ASAP Mob, that's very like how he dresses and shit. That's very
they're
jiggy,
jiggy.
and he
Yeah,
still uses the word too. But like
yeah.
that was never like a Brooklyn Queens thing. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah,
Queens was very much Cypress Hills. You know what I mean? Like that was Queens, but then you also had fucking beat like, and then you had like Run DMC, and then you had Def Jam kind of like mushing all that rap together with Run DMC, Beastie Boys from Brooklyn, Rick
yeah.
Rubin, The Rock. You know what I mean? Like, so it was always, and that was like right before Big blew up, right? Because
I
Run
believe so.
DMC was
Yeah,
around the 80s, yeah. So it's just one of
yeah.
those things where it's kind of,
Run was late '80s.
yeah. So it's just one of those things where like you kind of like, just from me studying hip hop at least, like history, Biggie would always have been Biggie with or without Diddy, I think at least.
I think so too. Yeah,
And it's just one of those
I
things where it's
think
like,
Diddy just sped it up for him.
yeah. And it's just, again, it was one of those things where it's like, we had this conversation off mic, but I do see Biggie rapping over some jiggy shit with the Mace because it's just Bad
Definitely,
Boy. You know what I mean?
definitely.
Because,
I
like,
think he would have been on those songs.
yeah, because
I
Jay
think
Z
he
was
would have
on
had a
songs with,
verse.
like, Meek, or not Meek, or I guess Memphis Bleak, excuse me, and Beanie, Freeway, Young Chris. Like, he was doing songs with them. You know what I mean? And it wasn't
Yeah,
them doing songs with Jay Z. It was their song featuring Jay Z.
Jay Z.
You know what I mean?
I
And I
feel you. I
think it
feel
would have
you.
been like that featuring Biggie. And I think, who knows? Again, I think Biggie would have had a bigger impact on hip hop had he had one more album alive, that he actively could have been like had more of a say
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. I think so too.
Because I think people just like Tupac less for his rapping ability and more for the message, right?
Yeah.
But with
Like
Biggie,
I always pick Big over Pac. Like I'm just that person.
I always pick both of them, and I kind of understand it. And it's like Big was good at doing things Tupac couldn't do, and then vice versa.
Exactly.
Tupac was the actor, triple threat, could dance too, apparently. You know what I
I've
mean?
heard that. Yeah,
Yeah, he
like
was a dancer and shit. And then Biggie was not that. What he was an MC from Brooklyn and was very good at that. And he had a very good ear for beats.
definitely,
And it was just one of
definitely.
those things where it's like I can't say Tupac never had a good ear for beats because it was one of those things where like it just followed him. You know what I mean? Everybody just threw their best shit at him, and he
Exactly.
just rapped over it. But
Yeah.
then when you think about it, who was Tupac rapping with versus who Biggie was rapping with, right? And then it's one of,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
one of those things where it's like, of course, Biggie was always technically gifted because he had to not only keep up, he was the guy you wanted to be as good as. So everybody, what's the expression? Steel sharpens steel, right? Where it's
Yes.
like when you rap with what's at the time the best rappers, you're only going to get better. So Jay Z with Biggie, Biggie with Jay Z, Jay Z with Nas, Nas with don't tell me, Cormega. No, did Cormega make songs with Nas? Because Cormega's nice,
Yeah. I think so.
but like
Yes.
so when you have that type of environment in New York City specifically, everyone's only going to keep getting better, right? And then when you look at California, it wasn't so much about who was the better lyricist, but more so who was getting the better, like who was the guy. You know what I mean? It never felt
I
like
feel
they
you.
were
Yeah, yeah.
in California. It was never really so much about collabing. It was always like, oh, Tupac's the guy. We all have to work with him. And then Dre started to work with him, right? And it was just one of those things where I don't know when the shift happened, when now it's the reverse where California is where everybody goes to work with each other. And Atlanta and New York is more so every man for themselves. And I
Selves.
blame, you know what I mean? But then it's like
Who you blame for that? I heard it. I heard it coming.
50 Cent. I said it.
Yeah. Yep.
I said it.
Yep.
He made it cool to not like other people from your area, i.e., Ja Rule. And literally just, honestly,
Yeah.
probably just
Nah, it's a
everybody.
fact. It's a fact. Yeah.
He was
He
dissing
was.
Wu Tang. He was dissing Jay Z. He was dissing literally everyone on the Eastern Shore
Yeah.
for
He did
no
the.
reason. How
He
to
came out
rob,
with that whole. Yeah. How to rob. Oh my god.
motherfucker.
What a fucking song that
It's a
was,
great
bro.
fucking song.
And what a way to get your name out there.
It
Like,
worked for better or worse. It worked for him.
and just so many punchlines in that song, man.
He
Even
just
even when he disses my guy Pun, what he's gonna do? Chase me? He's 400 pounds, son. I'm like, damn, bro, damn.
he's funny. And the thing is, it's like I know exactly where 50 Cent fucked up, and we don't have to talk about it on the podcast, but like there's just certain things you just don't put on wax. And that's usually when things don't pertain or have anything to do with you. And we can leave it at that.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how you get shot, right? It's like just mind your business and you're Gucci. Like he had the record deal and was chilling, and he would have been fine, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, we off that. All I'll say is this: had Biggie still been alive, I think people would have still like. I think New York would have ran rap forever. Cause think about that run.
Yeah.
Think about everything. Like think about the '90s, right, and what hip hop was becoming. Because it was
I
only 20 years old, not even at that point.
yeah. It was still young.
It
It
was
was
still like
still young.
11, 12. Because it started in 79 in the Bronx. And
Yeah.
like in the
So
90s, it was just turning young
it
20s.
was. It was. Yeah. It was. No, it was still like teens.
Oh, fuck, you're right. You're right. Wow, I'm
Yeah, it was.
off.
It was still a teenager. It
Yeah, it was
turned
like
20 with.
11,
It turned 20 when with the fly shit with when Atlanta
99.
started getting hot. Yeah.
99, yeah. Fuck, man. I love
Yo,
hip hop.
yeah, I fucking love hip hop. It's just crazy how each era has
Oh, yeah,
like
happy birthday, hip hop. It was just the hip hop's birthday.
facts.
That's why.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's why I'm so
what was it?
nostalgic, too.
40?
It was
40,
like
right?
40,
40
40,
something. 42nd, 40,
79.
41st, I
I
think.
thought it was 47. Hold on. Hip hop's.
41st, I want to say. If it was 79, 1920, yeah, 41.
I know 79 is like the first official rap song, but I'm trying to see like what came out before that.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I think somebody put it up, and I'm gonna look it up right now.
No, it's 44. 44.
44,
Yeah, it was August 11th, 1973.
73. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then the
Back
first
to
official
school
song I'm thinking.
jam.
Let's
The back to
go.
school jam. I can only imagine the parties back then, man.
You mean when people could go outside?
Cause like I'm like when rap was like taking over, I can only imagine how the clubs were. You know what I mean? Like especially like in the
I
late
think
'90s
just.
when it was all jiggy shit and it was just a lot of
Mm,
like music that made you move. Because like in mid '90s, it was all lyrics. It was just like, yo, who's got the nastiest rhymes? You know what I mean? And then it wasn't until like I want to say it wasn't until
98, 99.
Big Papa came out that people started making like the rap that was kind of like R&B.
Bravado, oh, you're right, like soft, like downbeat, like slower.
Yeah. I think Big Papa was like in that era. Like I'm not gonna say it was the first song because I'm not sure about that, but it was part of that era that was like, all right, we're gonna start and try intervene with the R&B culture, and then it was music that made you move and shit. Even when it comes on now in the club, Big Papa, everybody fucking goes nuts. So I can only imagine when that shit first came out.
Yeah, but then you had to worry about AIDS and shit though.
I mean,
sorry, that's my Corona brain. That was Corona brain. Fuck.
I mean, that's why you just don't hop into shit, man. You can't just hop into shit. You gotta chill. Can't be looking.
Oh, there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. Let me look it up.
Was it about music?
Yeah, it was just some fuck shit that just happened recently.
Trying to think what's been happening.
Cat Williams is in a new Supreme commercial.
Supreme?
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Commercials?
I guess so now.
I guess so now.
Oh fuck yeah! Happy birthday, Nip.
Yeah. Facts. 35. Sucks. He would have been 35. Man, that whole situation when that shit went down was nuts, man. Right outside his store.
That one was random. He wasn't.
That one was. Yeah, he was. It was just one of those that you were like, get the fuck out of here. You got shot in front of his own store. Okay. And then when that shit started popping up, it was like, oh shit. It was kind of like the Kobe shit. It was like, yeah, okay. Kobe was more like somebody like I got a text and they say, yo, did Kobe die? And I was like, Kobe who? Like, because of course everybody knows Kobe Bryant, but you're like, Kobe who? Like, Kobe's not dead. Get the fuck out of here.
And then you find out, bro. What the fuck is 20? I don't want to hear Uncle Murda rap about 2020. Like I don't.
I forgot he does that shit.
That's about to be a whole album at this point, bro. Like I don't need that right now.
Yo, he does his fucking year in review and shit.
And then there was the Charlamagne and Joe Budden and shit too.
What happened?
They usually do one now too.
Yeah, they do like a sit down, right?
I love how everything is just slowly just people just stealing YouTube swag and just everyone's making reaction videos now about everything.
Yo.
Can we talk about that right quick?
I don't understand why, first of all, why everybody's trying to do that now. Like, it's been around for a while now.
It's weird that people keep, like, now everyone's doing it. And it's so funny now that coronavirus hit, there's nothing to react to. So then it's like, what y'all niggas about to talk about now, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of like how now, like, I want to say it was like 2 years ago and last year that now everybody has a podcast. Everybody was like starting podcasts. You remember that time?
Mm-hmm.
That just now everybody's just starting a YouTube channel. Now it's just like fuck it, YouTube.
But yo, remember when everybody at St. Francis wanted to do? Also, shout out St. Francis. Just one time.
Nah.
I fuck with the communications department.
I fuck with the people.
They was watching out for me.
It was cool. It was cool.
They was letting us do work study and just sitting around.
Yo.
Fact or fiction? That's a big fact.
I mean, I used to let people into a radio room and get paid for it, but also give haircuts during that day. So I used to chill. I was making bread while I was making bread. Yeah, facts.
But like, remember how everybody and the goddamn fucking mom wanted to do a sports show, if not on the radio, for Terry TV too.
Yep. I
what they about to do now,
and that was that. Facts. That's a big fact. That's a big fact. On shit to talk about now. Now I've been seeing.
It's not the same.
Yo, nobody's playing fucking defense, man. The game yesterday was 130 something, and I was like, yo, we're only in the fourth quarter. Like, Take it easy. I don't understand, man. But yeah, there was a time everybody wanted to do a sports shit. I remember when I did my sports shit, and that shit was bad. Like we used to write scripts and stuff, and I was just like, "This ain't for me. This ain't for me. I can't go off a script. As you can see with this show, can't go off a script. I gotta just
I
fucking
hated
just
doing
let's
scripts, bro.
just put on the mic. Let's fucking talk.
It's just one of those things where it's like it feels way more natural, and that's what people listen or want to listen. Like they want to hear the interaction. That's why everyone hates late night TV now, because that shit's
Yeah,
fake as fuck.
yeah.
Fucking Jimmy Fallon.
Don't come on, Jimmy Fallon. That's my guy. We talked
I
about
fuck.
this last week.
I don't know, man. Oh, we did.
But yeah,
Okay,
man,
I do fuck with Jimmy Fallon.
everybody's trying to make a YouTube channel. Everybody's trying to do make it in TikTok now. Everybody's just trying to do something. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be in front of a camera.
It's one of
Which
those things where everybody wants to be in front of a camera, or if anything, everybody wants to be a rapper, but nobody wants to write. You know what I mean?
yeah, yep.
Everybody wants to be a rapper, but nobody wants to learn how to write. Everybody wants to
Man,
make beats, but nobody wants to learn how to read music. It's just one of those things where it's like,
yeah.
oh, I only see the parts that are exposed to me, i.e., I only see the influencer part. I don't understand that this person probably spent 3 hours before this trying to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do with the video. Not to mention, all of these YouTubers, I respect them because they're editing their own shit for the most part,
Yeah.
as far as I
Yeah.
know. And I respect that. That's very much like self-starter type shit, DIY.
Facts. That's
But
a
then
big
it's
fact.
like, if you don't even write the biggest song on your album, are you really a rapper? If not an entertainer? If you don't even
I'll-
make YouTube videos, you're just copying what other people are doing and then saying you're a YouTuber. Are you really a YouTuber?
if you just into videos saying you're a YouTuber, are you a YouTuber?
Yeah, like if all you did was buy a PS4 and a computer to stream from, and then now your whole hustle is dependent upon whether or not you got the newest game, is that really YouTubing? Because really, you just
Man,
like,
you just
you know
playing
what I
video
mean?
games. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like there's people who actively review video games and then like make videos about it and like they're funny as shit. Shout out to Donkey. But then it's like, yo, like, why do you think all you have to do is just play this game and not say a single word? Because that's not entertaining. I could just buy the game and do the same shit, if not better, because I'm
Yeah.
getting my money's worth.
Exactly. That's a fact. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, like
Everybody
everybody,
just I don't know, man. Everybody's just trying to do something. Everybody's
I respect the
all the
hustle.
girls trying to be on
Makeup.
OnlyFans and makeup and shit. Can I say they be getting the bag though? I know there was this girl I went to high school with, and she has one, and she put it on her story the other day. She was like trying, because they gotta hype it up, and then she showed like her fucking progression, and I want to say
She
what
made at
date is
least
it?
5 figures, right?
Yo, she's up to like nah, I want to say like 5 figures. I would say I think
That's
70. I
respectable,
think she's
bro.
on 70 right now for the month. It's
Whoa.
only August 16th. It's only August 16th.
Shout out to sex workers, bro.
Yo, good for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Ah,
like. I respect anybody who could get a hustle and make a lot of good money from it without having to hurt themselves or hurt somebody.
but here's the question. Now, if you as a boyfriend, do you let your girl start her OnlyFans?
Oh, I'm helping her take pictures. Not only is it a come
Get
up,
in that
but
bag.
also
Get in that
if
bag.
she wants to do it, I'm not about to say no. Don't accept my like. If she has,
Yeah.
that like she thought long enough about it to tell me that she's going to do it, I can't say no. I'm not her fucking dad. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's her right. And not only is it her right, I will help you, bro. Like I know how to edit videos and shit. Like let's get this back. I know how to do the lighting, the saturation and shit.
It'd be good.
Easy street, bro. Easy street.
Yo, because that's like a big thing. Like I see on Twitter a lot. They'll be like, "Yo, I don't know how they let their girlfriends just do OnlyFans." And it's like,
Yeah, because she's about
it's
to
not
buy me
really
a
up to them.
PS5.
Getting that money.
But no, it's definitely one of those like you were saying, everybody's starting a YouTube channel, everybody's an influencer now, but it's one of those things where it's like anybody could start one. Are you
Yeah.
gonna actively post on it? Like, are you going to
Exactly.
take advantage of the opportunity though? It's like that's like the
Exactly.
difference between you and someone who's willing to work hard.
You good?
Yeah, so we just knocked a bunch of shit over like some house cat. It's okay. Just mad at
Shout
my
out to
books.
Sophie.
Shout out to Sophie. Shout out to Library Mommy. But yeah.
But yeah, like you said, if you're not gonna be on
If,
it, are you really doing it? Like,
and it's like one of those things where it's like, bro, I am constantly having to think about what content to put out next, on top of writing songs and learning how to play instruments and shit. Like, I don't have breaks anymore. My
yeah,
breaks are when I sleep in. Like, that's it.
facts. Yeah, I
And
feel
then
you on that. Yeah,
even then, on like days I'm taking to myself and trying to take off, I'm still actively reading and learning about music shit. Where it's like, all right, I legitimately don't know how to wind down.
exactly.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
remember how to turn it off. It's
yo, because it's
fucked.
like you just always want to get that knowledge. It's never not good to know anything. You know what I mean? Like you need all the
Exactly.
knowledge you can get, especially if it's something you truly want to do.
Also, looking shit up on the internet is free. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. That's
it's just, I
like
don't know.
that's like starting anything. Like when I started doing the podcast and shit, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
am I really gonna do this? And I put, all right, we're gonna do this. The other one is tough to do because I gotta interview people and shit, but I'm still working on that shit. And then this one just gotta be constant with it. That's all it's
Mm-hmm.
about. Like even I remember I was giving somebody a haircut. I was telling them my idea. Like we've talked about the umbrella and shit, and they were like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like who's really gonna listen to that? I was like, bro, like it'll happen. It'll happen. Like you
And then
can't.
you say,
I was like, with that mindset, I don't know what you want to do in life, but I feel like whatever you want to do ain't gonna work out.
it's one of those things where it's like you can tell a lot about a person when the first thing that they say when you tell them an idea is no one's gonna do that. Because that's like,
Exactly.
why would you focus on the people who aren't going to buy or use your product as a business, right? How does that help you sell a product to people who don't want to buy it?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things when you think about it. It's like, it's not that they don't know how to be supportive. It's just like they can't fathom how it works out because they've never seen the other side. Even though they also listen to Drake and Jay-Z and like don't understand like they are the other side. Like,
Yeah.
you start from zero no matter what you're starting, and then you just work from there. It's very strange that people don't get that.
Yeah. Like the quote from him was like, "You think you're really gonna beat Barstool?" I was like, "That's not even like. It's not even what the fuck it's about. Like, what? Where did that even come from?"
Well, I can come up with an idea, and as a capitalist, consumer-driven society, a lot of what drives us as human beings is he has a better car, he has a better looking girlfriend, he has
Yeah.
the better looking life. I want that, not to, and then you realize, wow, my life is actually better when I stop and think about it, and you already have everything you need, and then everything else after that is only an afterthought. Like, you shouldn't have a like I still do this, but like, if when you have 20 tabs open of things you want to buy, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because
Yo, that's a problem. I
it's
used
a
to do that shit a lot. I
it's
used
one
to
of
do
those
that shit
things
a
I
lot.
catch myself and I'm like, I don't need any of this open because this is just a life that I think I want. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And it's just one of those things where it's like when you buy into the idea that you are not enough, you're always going to be comparing yourself to something that obviously has had more time and energy and money put into it, like a Barstool. Think about
Yeah.
Barstool when it first started, right? It didn't have a million followers day one.
Bro, it was out of a basement. Come on.
It's weird, and it's funny how many other rappers start out rapping in a basement, and look at them
Yo,
now.
that's Russ. Your boy Russ. It's
Russ.
fuck. It's fucking nuts. I feel like everybody starts out just buying like a mic and just fucking recording on a computer. That's just what it is nowadays, and you could blow up from that. You know what I mean?
It's
You
just a
don't
matter of
need
you don't need
fucking
anything. You just need to
yeah.
start. That's what you need.
Exactly.
Damn, that's a bar.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Facts. Facts.
Ooh,
Facts.
fuck it. Yo,
Damn. That yeah.
we should just travel the country and just give motivational speeches.
Yo, yo, especially you, man. You be doing your shit, man. Hyping
I'm on
me
my
up and shit.
I'm on my Tony Robbins shit, bro.
Damn, bro. Yo, you know what?
Oh
That's a good
fuck.
place to end off, bro, for this episode.
Hey, let's get it.
Motivational. That was dope. That
What
was
we gonna
dope.
call this episode? Fuck.
Uh Episode 2, I don't know.
Wet ass podcast.
Wet ass podcast, yo.
Wow. Let's get it.
I fuck with that.
Woo!
I fuck with that. Yo,
What a
this
beautiful
was
song.
it's.
Yo, read the lyrics.
I'm not against it. I'm not. No, yeah, I've read the lyrics. It's dope.
I
like
just
that,
I
yo,
read the lyrics before I heard the song. I was like, yo, this is
about to go crazy.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just that song was just a whole nother level. Like I said, I got nothing against the song, nothing against the lyrics. I just
How did they get
I didn't
all
mess
of that
with it
to
like that.
rhyme? That's what I'm
Yeah.
so impressed by. They
Yeah.
get so much shit into that song and it rhymes and it worked. Shout out to Megan and Cardi and Partisan Fontaine. And who is it? Ayo and Keys, I think, produced it too. Shout out to everybody involved.
Yeah,
DJ Frank Slick.
If you were involved in that project, wow.
There's some hoes in this house.
Yo, that shit's so catchy though.
Right.
Man,
on that note, Wet Ass Podcast, episode what? I don't even remember.
Episode 2. Oh, episode 2. But we chilling.
157 of quarantine since March.
Man, this was another episode with 2 Husky dudes, Joel and Manny. Yo, we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye bye.